Welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Meghalaya to share disciplines of 39 National Games 2027 with other Northeast states. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inspects Rs 70 crore Living Root Bridges Experience Centre. Meghalaya tightens labour checks amid Bangladesh political situation. Unregistered workers under scrutiny. And a wave of patriotism swept Meghalaya as citizens in Shillong and Tura took to the streets in Tiranga Yatra. The news in detail. Meghalaya will host the 39th National Games in 2027, but in a first-of-its-kind move, each northeastern state will be allotted at least one sporting discipline. Sports Minister Shakliar Wajri clarified the decision isn't due to infrastructure gaps, stating that Meghalaya has sufficient facilities, but only a few still under construction. Dedicated committees will finalize which states host which events. The Sai campus at Nehu is also under consideration as a venue. This inclusive approach is aimed at promoting regional pride and wider public engagement in sports across the Northeast.
Like I said, before the National Games, we will be well equipped with all the infrastructure. Nonetheless, some of it are still ongoing construction work. Some of it are yet to be constructed. But the timeline that we have given, that we will finish it by before National Games. We have set up many committees which will be looking after which discipline will be played. So of course there is a probability that we might host in Sai as well. But see, depending on the need. So if needed, we will take.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today inspected the Living Root Bridges Experience Centre Wat Lingkhat under Pinosla Subdivision, East Khasi Hills. The centre is being constructed at a cost of Rs 70 crore, which comprises of the Living Root Bridges Experience Centre and Watken Residential Music Retreat. As part of the project, Maukarnot, Rangthaliang and Minriang villages will be developed and connected as a trekking circuit, and other tourism amenities will be built. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the site was selected as the density of living root bridges were highest at Wat Lingkhat area. He also informed that the Watken Residential Music Retreat will allow tourists to immerse in the rich diversity of the Khasi tradition.
And the reason why we've selected this area is because the living root bridge density is very, very high, one of the highest in the entire region and the state. And through this particular Living Root Bridge Experience Center, the tourists who come in will be able to understand the entire culture, the history, and the techniques, and the different locations where these Living Root bridges are. And it will completely make the overall experience for the tourist even more special.
In response to unrest in Bangladesh, Meghalaya's Labour Department has intensified inspections at construction sites to curb illegal employment. Minister Shakliar Wajri directed all district inspectors to verify worker registration before issuing final work orders to contractors. The state has a strict policy requiring all labourers to be officially registered. This move comes amid rising reports of undocumented migrants and vigilantism by local groups. Authorities say the goal is to ensure legal compliance without community conflict.
In terms of labour, as we all know, we already have whichever labourer is coming into our state, they have to register themselves with the Labour Department. So all the process is being done as it was done. So I'm not aware of all these, what you just mentioned, that they are fear. But till date, it has not come to my notice. But if there's something like that, we will.
Meghalaya's coffee and cocoa cultivation is gaining momentum as a model for sustainable rural development. Cabinet Minister Marcus Marak, during a field visit to plantations in West Garo Hills, praised the success of Arabica varieties and mixed cropping models involving areca nut. He said the state could soon rival global producers. The project, managed without subsidies, also supports water conservation and livelihood generation. Cocoa farming in Aguragre is already drawing market interest, including from Cadbury.
It's growing well. So there, from the Soil and Water Conservation Department, we have taken up a plantation project called coffee plantation. So I went to check the plantation there, how it's doing, and whether all the coffee already planted is doing well, growing well. I just want to see that. So I went, I checked the plantations. It's growing well, and I have talked to the villagers there. I had a small meeting with the villagers and told the importance of coffee plantation there.
A wave of patriotism swept Meghalaya as citizens in Shillong and Tura took to the streets in Tiranga Yatras, showcasing unity and national pride. From civil society groups to students and leaders, diverse voices came together under the tricolour. Here is a report.
In Shillong, BJP leaders and army personnel joined citizens in a spirited march, condemning terrorism and reaffirming commitment to national integrity. The display highlighted Meghalaya's rising public stand for national security. In Tura, a 100-meter flag rally honored the bravery of soldiers in Operation Sindoor. With prayers and tributes, the message was clear. Meghalaya stands united in gratitude and support for India's armed forces.
We want to express that we are very grateful to the armed forces, to the leaders of our nation who have taken a very strong stand against the acts of terrorism, and which has been hosted by in Pakistan, and the mission which has been completed through Operation Sindoor is something that has to be appreciated and something for which we have to be grateful.
Together, these rallies signaled a louder and clearer message. Meghalaya stands united for the nation, proud, vigilant and unwavering. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
In the wake of the Pahalgam terror incident, Shillong residents across communities rallied in support of Operation Sindoor and Indian Armed Forces. Civil society leaders praised the centre's decisive action and expressed solidarity with national security efforts. Sayyidullah Nongrum of the Shillong Muslim Union, Noor Nongrum of SAFF and Jasbir Singh from the Sikh community all echoed a shared message. Meghalaya stands united against terrorism and with the nation.
That goes for the country and the government. माना कि इस चमन को गुलजार न कर सके हम, कुछ खार कम किए हैं गुजरे जहां से हम. That means they have done something. At least they clear the throne for the power.
I must congratulate the Indian Army, who was so specific in the target that it did not miss and create a chaos among the civilian.
It won't be out of place if we say that the armed forces came in the front in the manner that they know. Indian armed forces don't need any citations or explanation for their bravery, for their valor. They have always been on top of their form for protecting and defending the nation.
MLA Wailat Miki Shilla inspected the under-construction Integrated Development Complex, or Mini Secretariat in Jawai. He reported that 85% of the West Block is done, with only finishing work and utility installation pending. The East and North blocks will follow in phases with a revised budget exceeding Rs 29 crore. Shilla said the project, once complete, will ease administrative congestion and improve service delivery. The handover is targeted for March 2026.
Kani ka mini secretariat ka yung ini rawani the lalpai ikat kami kam jan kila da sakiti teman ko kam ko ada laj kmat malumala la da chim da percentage malumala hawa hanin da proportion percent ka kam man ko dep te sa khasan percent tang ka khasan percent to man ko rap ba jerut jerwat de phak finishing bullshit mo hai jing to wa ka internal electrification go dan tega painting segini katai temut tang sonem ta go pen papen get surrounding kadang rap simpol belum malah terang ya kelamu kontraktor di department le gua karpa di kilo persmat kat wi wala tada igi belum malah boy kat how much next year body yo han over chaka department.
Amid mounting pressure from the Jaintia Students' Union, MLA Wailat Miki Shilla reviewed pending recruitment cases under the District Selection Committee in West Jaintia Hills. He said results for multiple posts vacant since 2017 will be released by July 2025. Exams for 92 Grade 4 posts are scheduled for September. Shilla cited the COVID-19 pandemic, roster system, complications and limited centres are reasons for the delay. A DC-level meeting is set for May 26 to prioritize urgent vacancies.
Hakini ketiya wawan declare noki ya ke result ya ke written exam result but the om gile wa malumala hawa hanin to pendep ki ya waro ki formalities kete to saka interview but kam jole ya ka posting by July 25 mot July yong newsnet kete to kapor the om give you the kachwai om kita tangwa malumala to hado July yong arpausan kini to ki post ki wada dep ki ukut but the dep ukut advertisement ke written wadang sa siki interview.
Maukar Wat's Maharam Government Higher Secondary School will offer the art stream starting this academic year in both morning and day shift. MLA Renington Tongkar, who inspected the school, said this will help students from poor families pursue studies while working. Principal DG Nongsit confirmed applications have begun and staff appointments have been approved. Officials from the DSEO and BDO also attended the inspection. The initiative is expected to boost enrollment in Southwest Khasi Hills.
Hakaba audio basdang no ya ka art stream hang ne Maharam Government Higher Secondary School but mensmi but menstep kita kalau long ke ku bakrau ya ki kon ki jogi hene no kedong ki balik belam smi ber ki balik school menstep ke jing long class menstep ngidang hap ban khot chwa ya ka application na taki kena bakin one shim ya ka admission po ka ne ka Government Higher Secondary School but ngidang up mentar kumno ban yo khot ya ka interview board ban shim interview di assistant lecturer nomor baladang ilapi ke school ro padangi padio eki nong hikai tikan long kajing tingin nila bon employ bat ngatrai shwa kajing put jung bunai ngin pusyang bat pendep eki kampro por kopyang.
The BSF Wives Welfare Association celebrated a postponed Mother's Day in Tura after border tensions earlier delayed the event. The program held at the district auditorium included cultural performances, games and a ramp walk. Puneet Sharma, wife of DIG Lalit Mohan Sharma, said the gathering was a tribute to mothers holding families together amid BSF duties. The event also provided a platform for bonding and mutual support among BSF families in the region.
आज आपके बच्चे जैसे स्टेज पे आए हैं हमें हारना है मेरे को प्राइज मिलेगा मेरे को नहीं मिलेगा वो कोई चीज नहीं है आप लेडीज इतने अच्छे से रेडी होके आई जब मैं आप लोगों को देखती हूँ तो हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि मैं ऐसे तैयार नहीं होती हूँ बट आप बहुत अच्छे से तैयार होके.
And now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 58%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 25.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, minimum temperature 16 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 22 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 81%. And the forecast in Jawai, sky will be partly cloudy, whereas in Shillong and Tura, light to moderate rain is likely to occur in most places. And before we wind up, here are the headlines once again. Meghalaya to share disciplines of 39 International Games 2027 with other northern states. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inspects ₹70 crore Living Root Bridges Experience Centre. Meghalaya tightens labour checks amid Bangladesh political situation, unregistered workers under scrutiny. And a wave of patriotism sweeps Meghalaya as citizens in Shillong and Surat took to the streets in Tiranga Yatra. That's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you for watching and good night.
STF केस रजिस्टर करिले अकॉर्डिंगली